Good evening. I'm Matt Hosworth coming to you live once again from home tonight. Now, this story is about betting on yourself, putting in the work and letting everything else fall into place. Joe Connor is living proof you can really do anything you put your mind to. Silence can be an eerie thing, especially on the football field. The same place that saw one young man excel on the west side of Syracuse.
It's definitely a great atmosphere. I missed it. I get a lot of memories when I touch this field, the practice field, and just seeing the big field up there. It's like I miss Friday night lights. It was fun.
His name is Joe Connor, also remembered for his crazy hops on the basketball court. Instead, veering in another direction, the sign of a special talent, one that doesn't come around Central New York all that often.
Football was just something I've been doing since I was a kid. It's something I always loved. It's like when I get on the field, like all I think about is football. There's no outside thoughts at all. It's just something I love to do.
Joe Connor first made a name for himself as a standout football and basketball player here at Bishop Ludden High School, but it was right here on this practice field where he fell in love with the game of football, which led him all the way to Nassau Community College on Long Island as the only upstate New Yorker on the roster. He had to prove himself each and every day, and guess what? He did.
It was definitely different. I mean, everybody sees us as a bunch of cornfields up there, but seeing people from different places, it gives you a different perspective on everybody else and how they ended up where we all are together now. So
the end of his sophomore year was interrupted by the coronavirus, now back home in Nedrow since March, staying in shape while also figuring out where to take his talents later this fall.
I just have to humble myself and trust the process. Right now I have multiple D2 offers. I think I had 9, but my top 3 schools right now are Virginia State, New Mexico Highlands, and Bowie State. So soon I'll be making a decision.
His top 3 options, all Division II schools. But that's quite okay because Joe Connor is an underdog with a chip on his shoulder. Always has been, making him the athlete and person he is today.
Yeah, it definitely drives me. I'm used to being an underdog, especially coming from Ludden, playing in the smallest class in upstate New York. It's like I'm used to being an underdog, but I know my abilities. I know what I'm capable of, so I'm just going to trust myself. I've always put my trust into myself.
And it's here at Bishop Ludden where it all started, a place so special to him.
This school taught me a lot. That's kind of a hard question.
It's hard to put into words. Learning to embrace the silence now so he can be ready for all the noise later.
I believe in myself wherever I go, no matter if it's D1, D2, D3, JUCO where I am now. I always believe in myself. I think I can perform just as good as the best player on any team.
Now, Lauren, I know our friends downstate on Long Island are a little bit opinionated, and I don't know if you caught it there in the story. Joe was saying all of his teammates from New York City and Long Island saying it's all cornfields up here in Central New York. That's not entirely the case, and I think Joe Connor is proving that he is a darn good football player. He's going to be playing at a pretty high level come next season.
Yeah, and I love how he's the one believing in himself. And, you know, as long as you have that mentality, you're definitely going places. Matt, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.